Family, welcome to the continuation of the journey through the anomaly that is Metallica. Listen, we're going back into it, the Master of Puppets album, and so many people have left comments saying this is their favorite album. And the more I research, I kind of understand why. There's this guy, Cliff Burton. He basically rewrote how metal used bass during this era, right? He wasn't just a bassist. He kind of was more like a lead instrument in disguise. So he's using distortions, wah pedals, and harmonies that haven't really been done before or at this level prior, right? And so another thing, and another reason why a lot of people consider Master of Puppets to be Metallica's best album is because they were a lot more sober and less drunk while recording this particular album, is kind of what I'm learning. And it adds to the tightness, of the sound they were able to produce here. So the tour where they recorded this album, it actually ended in a tragedy that kind of changed everything. During the European leg of the tour, I think in 1986, when I was born, Cliff Burton was on a tour bus that crashed, and he unfortunately was thrown from the bus and lost his life in that crash. And it nearly ended the entire band. So everything after this album, kind of carries the weight of that loss and is kind of a defining characteristics of their post Master of Puppets sound. Regardless, family, we're getting into it with a highly recommended song called Battery. Family, follow me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's let them cook, please. Fam, before we get any, too deep, into this, with the strumming and the plucking that I'm hearing, and I was just kind of wondering, why is it such a kind of heavy and macabre sound? I'm wondering if that's kind of the weight of the newfound sobriety, of some of these members. I mean, they weren't all the way sober during the recording of this album, but it's like, leaving that and kind of fighting that urge, can kind of leave you with a really aggressive kind of, more focused, but also with that aggressive kind of macabre. This is a surprising sound. As it turns up. Yeah, cook, please. Yeah. Oh, that's fire. Yo, that was really, really fast. I need to go back and interact with those lyrics again, but I didn't expect that kind of cadence, right? I mean, they're really, really, really going for it. Let's hear those lyrics again. Talk to me. Listen. Of course, people are losing their minds when this song plays. Absolutely. I'd be a little bit surprised. I mean, given Metallica's long discography, if this song gets performed anymore. Let me know in the comments, those of you who've actually hit Metallica concerts. I haven't yet. But yeah, I can definitely just see people going crazy to this, mosh pit style. He's talking about hypnotizing power, crushing all that cower, a big group becoming one organism, which is kind of the origin of these rock stars on stage just causing the crowd to kind of become one collective hive mind. Let's talk about it. Pounding out aggression turns into obsession, right? So many people need a pressure relief valve. And a lot of times that's kind of what the battery is. It's like, I've lost my ability to hold something in. And so I'm, turning into this super organism with other people who are fed up. I hear you. Wait a second. Crushing all deceivers, mashing non-believers, never-ending potency. This sounds like a mob, right? Like no mercy, just kind of running over and stampeding over, right? And maybe they're beginning to see, with their ever escalating fame during this era, it's like, bro, people really have the capacity to really lose it, to become something that they can't control anymore. And minds are infectious. I mean, we combine and come together almost as a defining characteristic. One mind influences others. Guys, what do you think about the... It almost sounds like what you would... It's almost mimicking the sounds of like galloping horses. It's like something is leading a charge inward. Cannot kill the family. Cannot kill the family. Battery is found in me. When I think of a battery, I think of like opponent processing, right? Like there's a negative pole and a positive pole. So maybe there's something hidden in there about the unity of opposites coming together. Let me know in the comments if I'm onto something. Battery is found in me. Guys, I love how they leave it open to us, right? What the battery is. There's the negative battery of like a completely thoughtless mob that's, terrorizing everyone that it comes across. And there's the idea that if we do come together, we have that power to use for good, that nothing can stop, a large enough group of individuals whose mind is made up that change needs to occur. Right. And so Metallica is really good at just kind of giving you the tool and leaving it in your hands to use, for better or for worse. Right. There are good batteries and bad batteries, but nothing can stop a battery once it's activated. Selah moment. Give it to me, please. Talk to me. Ooh. See, listen, this is where they prove it. And I know some of you are upset that I've stopped it during a solo, but I'm going to rewind it. I'm going to go back a couple bars. I have to say it before I lose it. They actually show you. With a song like this, I can guarantee when they perform this song, the battery is activated. So the entire audience can see what the battery looks like. So it's like the band is on stage saying, not only do we know you have this power, we're about to activate that power so you can become this super organism, right? And just see that you have this power. You have more power than you think you do. Listen, I will let you know that guitar solo for this song coming out in what, 86? Correct me if I'm slightly off there. That was a very crazy guitar solo and drum solo for 1980s. That's crazy. Flame. Family, there's a book called Ordinary Men. And in this book, the book is about Nazi Germany, but it's more about what would eventually become Nazi Germany. It's regular people, ordinary men. That's what the book is called, right? People who used to be bakers and shoemakers and, people who had regular jobs. This is people who used to be your next door neighbor, joining the Nazi party and committing atrocities and gaining rank, right? And what it's meant to show you is the same idea from Battery, that like when minds come together, it can become this force and it takes over. Right? Because minds are manipulated by other minds, and we're persuaded, and sometimes that persuasion becomes convincing. But there's another kind of battery, right? Where you have Martin Luther King and the Civil Rights Movement and the Million Man March. That was also a battery for good. And I love the change between when they say pounding out aggression turns into obsession, cannot kill the battery. That's the negative kind. The obsessive kind, where you sacrifice critical thinking. But then there's the cannot kill the battery, cannot kill the family. Battery is found in me, right? Meaning you can use this battery either to otherize and to stomp out anyone who goes against what you have to say in kind of that domineering kind of evil way, or you can create an organism that rescues your family, right? Or that produces extended family. I just love the concept, and that's the tool we take away from this song, is that there is a battery in you waiting to become a mega battery with others. And when you find that, make sure to use it for good and not for evil. Let me know in the comments what's next from Metallica. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Join the Patreon and support me via PayPal. I deeply appreciate it. Love you guys.